Matt. I always knew that my perfect one was out there, but I didn't know if I would ever meet it. As time went by, and a lot of time went by, I started losing hope. That was until I stepped foot into your office. The first time I met you, I remember vividly what ran through my mind. Wow, she's cute. And she's working on my teeth. By the second time we met, I already got butterflies in my stomach just from the anticipation of my appointment. Fast forward 3 years, and a series of fortunate happenstances, and I'm about to marry my perfect one. I love how your smile always puts me in a good mood. I love how we laugh together at the most silly things. I love how we're quirky with each other. And I love how we can talk through our disagreements together. I took the scenic route to get here. And like you always say, I'm not a spring chicken. But every wrong turn, every missed opportunity that I made in my life has ended up in the right move, because it's led me to you. Thank you for making me feel like the luckiest man in the world. And I promise to spend the rest of my life making you feel like you're the luckiest woman in the world.
My dearest Jimmy, the first time I ever met you was at Dr. Q's office, and I helped put your braces on. Little did I know that the man full of orthodontia and a penchant for detailed questions would one day become my husband and turn out to be the love of my life. Before we met, I didn't really understand the concept of soulmates. I thought if you just tried hard enough, you could make things work. But all of that changed when you came into my life. It's hard to describe how I felt when I was around you. Just overcome with a sense of excitement and joy I'd never felt before. The way that we just clicked wasn't something you can ever force or hope to happen over time. It just felt right from the beginning, throughout these 3 years, and so much right now. You are my rock, my best friend, my confidant, my cheerleader, my shoulder to cry on when I need it, and that's a lot, and the perfect other half of me. I promise to love you unconditionally and completely and passionately for the rest of my days, and will always strive to make each and every day as happy and full of love as today and all the days we've been together. I love you with all of my heart, and you're my favorite.
All right. My name is Steve. I'll be your DJ and MC for tonight. At this time, we're going to introduce our wedding party and our new bride and groom. So I'd like to direct your attention to the doors right here. All right, first we have the parents of the bride, Min and June Tran. Next is the parents of the groom, Jack and Jane Lynn. Next we have Chris Lynn and Vic Damasio. All right, next we have our ring bearer and in fan with Kathleen Bowie and Fran Fan. Dan and Wynn and Dan Wynn. our flower girl, Kiana Park, with Michelle B. and Phil Park. Our matron of honor, Claudia Kim, and our best man, Eric Kim. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now please get on your feet. Give a big round of applause for our newlyweds, Mr. James and Mrs. Catherine Lynn. All right, let's hear it for it one more time, everybody. All right, folks, you may be seated. And at this time, our bride and groom are going to have their first dance together as husband and wife.
I thought you treated me unkind. Now I'm change my mind. I'll be the sun, you'll be the shining. You'll be the clock, I'll be the timing. Well, I was feeling such a mess, I thought you'd leave me behind. Well, I was feeling so upset, I thought the sun never shine. Then I found forever. We've been best friends forever, darling. That's what's up. Forever, no matter what. You've got my love to lean on, darling. That's what's up. You've got my love to lean on, darling. No matter what. I'll be the binding. You'll be the words, I'll be the rhyming. Well, I was feeling such a wreck, I thought of losing my mind. Well, I was feeling such a mess, I thought the sun never shined. You'd be the bird, I'd be the feather. We'd be the best of friends forever. A mess, I thought you'd leave me behind. Well, I was feeling such a wreck, I thought you'd treat me unkind. Then I found forever and always. You've got my love to lean on, darling, all the days forever. Come on, you've got my love to lean on, darling, all the days. You've got my love to lean on, darling, all the days of our days, yeah. Nobody loves us, nobody loves us.
All right, let's hear it for them, everybody. All right, folks, at this time I'd like to invite up the father of the trance to give us a welcome for the evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, dear family, thank you for coming to join our family in celebration of Catherine and James. I would like to take this opportunity to thank you, Mr. and Miss Celine, James' parents, his sister, Jennifer, and her children, Lawrence and Evans, who came all the way from Taiwan. My wife's brothers, Mr. Nguyễn Thành Hưng, who came from Germany. My wife's friend came from Canada, Philadelphia, Sacramento, San Jose, and Orange County. And my friend from Virginia, Texas, El Monte, Oceanside, Orange County, and Vietnam. We would especially like to thank chị Qua, chị Oanh, chị Tâm, and anh chị Xin Trời, anh Nguyễn Thành Vinh, chị Mỹ Dung, cháu Minh Trí, and especially cháu Tô Hảo, who helped us to make our tea ceremony wonderful with your flower arrangement, lanterns, and professional advice. Thank you everyone who attended the tea ceremony. And I would like to recognize a special guest. He attended my wife and my wedding party 39 years ago. And tonight he's here to celebrate my daughter's wedding. So please welcome Mr. Nguyễn Văn Giảng. Last but certainly not least, thank you to each and every one of you for coming here tonight and enjoy the evening. Thank you.
All right, and next we'll hear from the father of the groom, Mr. Jack Lee.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for your coming for James and Catherine for wedding. Okay. Next, I will speak the Chinese. Then I have a helper speak English. Thank you, Dennis. 大家好，大家晚安。Good evening, everyone. 我今天的心情非常的高兴。I'm extremely happy today. 因为有太多的好朋友从各地方的来到这里。Because too many of our good friends came from all over the world. 尤其我有新认识的很多的好朋友。Especially a lot of new friends that I met today. 其实我今天的心情比新郎新娘都更高兴。And actually, I'm even happier than the bride and the groom today. 为什么呢 Why is that? 因为我的儿子已经41岁。Because my son is 41 years old. 我每天都在担心，我儿子是不是找到女朋友 ？Every day I worry, does he have a girlfriend? 我每一次在通电话的时候，我又不敢说。Every day when I'm on the phone with him, I dare not ask him. 结果3年前的有一天 ，3 years ago, someday 3 years ago, 他打电话给我。He did finally call me. 他说：“爸爸，我要带一个人回来过年。” He said, "Dad, I am bringing somebody home for New Year's." 我说：“是谁呀？” I said, "So who is this person?" 他说：“我会给你惊喜的。” It will be a surprise, Dad. 那我猜到应该是女朋友。I guess it should be a girlfriend. 时候我还在青岛工作，
And at that time, I was working in Qingdao, China.
所以我的心里那个坎坷，我真的没有办法的形容。
And at that time, my emotions I could not explain.
结果我回家去了，他还比我先到家。
And then that day, I went home, and he was home before me.
我第一眼就看到 Cat，
And the first time I saw Kat,
就是他，
I said, "That's her."
因为他第一眼给我的那个感觉就是我们家的媳妇。
Because from that moment, at that moment, I know she is going to be my daughter-in-law.
我非常的感动，他跟我们一起出游了，一起过年，也是去玩了几天。
I was very emotional actually throughout the whole trip as she accompanied us on our New Year's Eve fun trip.
我们玩得非常的好。
We had extremely good time with each other.
那我问 James， 你是不是决定了他？
I asked James, "So is she it?"
他跟我说，只是笑笑的，没有跟我说什么。
And of course, he only smiled and said nothing.
所以让我感觉呢，不知道怎么回事。
So I don't know what should I react.
这个觉得走的时候，我跟他说儿子，你要加油啊，爸爸在等啊。
And so I told my son at that time, "Please, son, I'm waiting. Please."
那过了将近有1年的时间，他又打电话给我啊，
And after about another year, he called me again.
他说：“爸爸，我决定了。
He said, "Dad, I have made a decision." ”
我就讲说：“上天呐，我真的有后了。”
I said, "Heaven, I am going to have grandchildren."
Cat， 谢谢你。
Kat, thank you.
在这里呢，我更要感谢有我的亲家跟亲家母。
And I really, really want to thank my in-laws today.
James 每一次打电话回来的时候，告诉我说，他今天晚上又到未来的岳母家吃饭了。
And many, many times, James will call me and says, "Guess where I'm having dinner tonight? At my future in-laws' house."
我就告诉他 ，James， 你一定要好好的把那个这个家呢，要给我将来未来的家，要给我好好的计划好。
I said, "James, you must plan now for your future, for your own household."
不错，他也计划买了房子了。
And yes, he has a house.
You should be. You've waited long enough for this. We all have. So, Jimmy, Kat, I think you guys owe us all a kiss right now. Beautiful. For those of you who don't know me or don't know me well, my name is Aaron. Jamie is my best friend. A little history about us. We actually met online. That's a true story. We met on AOL in a chat room. And truth be told, I think we were both there looking to meet girls. But we fell in love with each other instead. And a bromance was formed. And since that time, as our friendship grew, we noticed that we always seemed to be at the same place at the same time. Whatever happened to one of us always seemed to be happening to the other person. Highs and lows, we were there together. We called it our parallel roller coaster. And a few examples of the things we went through. Well, we lived together twice. We worked together at 2 separate companies, and that was definitely some ups and downs on that roller coaster. Jimmy's hair started thinning, so naturally mine had to go too. A while back, I started DJing, and Jimmy said, "Hey, I want to do that too." So I taught him everything I knew, and a week later he was better than me. So I quit DJing and I became his groupie instead. I'm your number 1 fan. And probably one of the most profane examples I can give you is early in our friendship, we actually started dating girls that were best friends, and we were best friends. And after a time of dating them, going through the ups and downs of that roller coaster, we both decided we wanted to get off that ride. So we conspired to break up with them. And we did it on the same date, at the same time, at the same place. Not one of our better moments, girl. But then something happened a few years ago. I got on a new roller coaster without Jimmy. Most of you guys know this as marriage. And through the ups and downs, that roller coaster really threw me for a loop, but I really loved it. I got an amazing wife. She's over there. Say hi. And I knew that this roller coaster was another one that Jimmy would love to be on. And so, no, of course not. But he would love to be married. He would love that experience. If only we could convince him to settle down. And so I, and a lot of his close friends, and a lot of his family, actually probably half the people here, tried to convince him to settle down. And it seemed that no matter how hard we tried, girls and relationships would just kind of slip between his fingers, and he never seemed to care. He's a really stubborn guy. But when we started thinking that, maybe Jimmy just doesn't know what he wants in life, the truth was he always knew what he wanted in life, and he was willing to wait patiently for it when none of the rest of us were. And it was Kat. It was always Kat. Even before he knew you, it was Kat. Kat, in the time that you've been with him, you are everything he's ever wanted, and you have made him so happy. And by extension, that's everything we always wanted for him. You are everything we always wanted for him, and you've made all of us so happy. And so now, as you guys are sitting strapped into this new roller coaster, getting ready to launch, you guys are going to get a lot of advice today. A lot of people telling you what to expect and what you got to do next. But all I can say is, take a moment, take as long as you need, and enjoy this ride. I love you guys. Cheers.
We will have a toast from our maid of honor, Michelle.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Michelle, maid of honor. I'm Catherine's little cousin. But to me, she's my older sister. I grew up living in the same house as her, and then a few years later, they only moved about 10 minutes away from me. So I basically still saw her every day. And then when she went to college, she went to UCSB, and I was so sad because I wouldn't be able to see her every day. So every weekend that we went out to visit her, it was the highlight of my weekend. I always grew up wanting to be exactly like her. To me, she was the prettiest, smartest, and amazing person ever. And then when I met Jane, I knew they were perfect together because Jane is the most caring and amazing guy I met. And I hope you guys have a happy life together. So right now, I would like to pose the toast so everyone can raise their glass. To Kat and Jane, I hope your guys' life is filled with happiness and laughter. To Kat and Jane.
And next we will have a toast from our matron of honor, Claudia.
I can't say that I've known Kat for 10 plus years like some people do. But what I can say is that it feels like I have known her that long. When I first met her, she was shy, quiet, everyone deserved. And I don't blame her, because being brought into the group, like Jimmy's group of friends, can be a can be a little intimidating and overwhelming. So I completely understood that, and I related to her because, you know, a couple years back I was in the same situation. So without much say, I kind of took her under my wing, and I welcomed her just like everybody had welcomed me into the group. And I just made her feel special, because everybody is special in this group. And I remember this time we went to a friend's 30th birthday party, and the four of us arrived, and my husband and Jimmy went and started gambling right away. And I went to the dance floor, and the DJ was playing some good music, played some 80s music, Kat was there dancing with me, played some hip hop, Kat was there dancing with me, played some Spanish music, she was there dancing with me. And that's when I knew that we were going to be good friends. Because I had found a good dancing buddy. And Jimmy, obviously I met before Kat, I've known him a little longer. Always a happy-go-lucky guy, but I've never seen him happier than when he's with Kat. And it means so much to see him so happy. Jimmy, you found an amazing woman. She's amazing, she's sweet, she's kind, she's very caring. And Kat, you found an incredible man. He's a good catch. So, thank you so much for allowing me and my wonderful husband to be part of your special day. I love you guys, and here's to a lifetime of happiness.
All right, and next we will hear from our newlyweds, Kat and Jimmy.
Make you feel good, hurt so bad, you're getting mad. so glad I found you. Wrap me around you and make it easy. It's easy as well. I am done, I know my soul so weary. Troubles come and my heart burns heavy. And I am still here in silence till you come and save my when I am on your shoulders, you raise me up to all that I can be. You raise me up.
All right, let's hear it one more time for Ken Everdale.